Okay, so I'm a bit far away, but I'm going to teach you guys how to teach your dog to target an object. I'm using clicker, but equally you can just use a marker word, so you can say yes or yep or good. Just make sure that you enunciate it really clearly for your dog, so it says different to everyday kind of conversational words like yes, I did put on a wash, or good, we are heading out for the day, whatever it might be. And you can see I live a very exciting life. But as I said, I'm going to use clicker for Charlie today. So what I want him to do is I want him to touch his nose to the clicker or to the target. Every time he does it, I'm going to click and I'm going to reinforce that behaviour with a treat. Good boy. So Charlie already has a history of targeting, so he kind of knows the game, which is a little bit cheating. So if you are teaching your dog, what I'd like you to do is to just start off with something fairly close to them. Make sure that they're not worried by it, but have it fairly close to their face, so even if they just look towards it or take a little bit of a step towards it, that you can reinforce them for that behaviour. Because we want them to see the object and think, oh yeah, I want to interact with that thing. And if they target it with their feet, that's not a problem. That is a slightly different behaviour. So you can see there, Charlie touched the cone with an open mouth. That's because we're also working on an open mouth behaviour. So we thought, I'll give that one a go. Maybe I'll get clicked for that. And maybe that's what she's looking for. And so I would want to fade that behaviour out. I don't really want to continue reinforcing for it. So if he does it with an open mouth, I'm not going to click. But when he closes his mouth, then he gets a click for that one. So I'm telling him, oh, that was my bad timing. I'm telling him I don't want the open mouth behaviour. I want a closed mouth target. Good. Good boy. Good. Good boy. So once Charlie's reliably targeting the cone, I'm going to place it on the ground because I want him to ultimately move away from me and towards the cone. Because I'm going to use it then to move him through doorways or move him into the car or simply get him to move away from the situation. So you see again, he's going to try paw, but I don't want the paw, I'm just going to wait for the nose. Good boy. Move it a little bit further away. Good job. So you can see I'm trying to keep it in the camera, but also move it a little bit further away from me. Good boy. So there's a couple of cheats going on here, but because I'm trying to multitask, which I'm not very good at, I'm missing and I'm clicking for some of the ones that maybe aren't as tidy as I would like. Perfect. Good boy. Okay, so now that your dog is reliably touching the target every time, when I say reliably, you want to have it 99 times out of 100, they're going to do the behaviour that you're looking for before you introduce the cue. So for Charlie, his cue is target, but you can use whatever word you like. So cone, bucket, whatever it might be. So if I hold out the target, he's going to touch it with his nose. Target. Target. Wait till I put it down. Target. Four. Target. 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 Good boy. Target. Now if you've got a nervous dog, you want to make sure that your target isn't flying all over the place like my little Charlie. But Charlie sees this as a game, so that's not something that I need to worry about. But if he's a sound sensitive or movement sensitive dog, and something that stays positive probably doesn't better than something that's slipping and sliding and flying over. Good boy. Good boy. Okay, so the original thinking behind creating this video was actually for a client who has a really nervous dog. He was a stray who came into her garden last Christmas, and he was a really nervous boy. They don't know where he's come from, but they've done huge work building a relationship with him so they can handle him, they can interact with him, they can play with him, which is really nice. But unfortunately he's still really suspicious about coming into the house, so they're having to leave all the doors open, which is not ideal obviously when you've got a wet, cold, soon to be winter's day. So they're all sitting in that kitchen table bundled up in coats, so he can come in and out, which is amazing. But obviously we would really like for him to be able to come in and them to be able to close the door and feel okay about it. So for Max, what we're doing is we're going to teach him to target the cones around the garden and then through doorways. So we're going to build up to being able to ask him to move through a doorway to target the cone and be reinforced for that, while somebody then starts to gradually close off with the door, and that he doesn't panic and he realises that if he goes to the door and asks for it to be open, it will be open for him. But as I said, that was the original intention behind this video. So I'm just going to demo how we would do that with Charlie. Now Charlie doesn't have any anxieties around the door, so he'll be flying in and out, but it just gives you an idea of how you can use this in different ways with your dog, other than it just being kind of a fun trick to teach them. You ready to go? Good boy from target? Good boy. Oh, sorry, buddy. Charlie, target. Good. Target. 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 Good boy. Target. Target. Good boy. Target. Good boy. Sit. Target. 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 Boy. Target. Good boy. Good boy. Target. 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 Oh, you cheated. Target. So you'll see, even if I make a mistake and click Charlie when he hasn't actually targeted or made contact with it, I owe him because I clicked. So if you ever click, you've made a deal with your dog that they're going to get paid. Target. So it's just down to my shoddy training skills and clicker skills. But as I said, you make that deal with them. You click, they get rewarded. You mark with a yes or a yep, they get reinforced by a treat or tossing a toy or whatever it is that you've worked out as your dog's best, most enjoyable form of reinforcement. Well done, Charlie. Good job. You do a touch. Good boy. Okay, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it.